Hey, I'm Ross. Welcome to Dekkoo Digest, your weekly series about movies and shows available on Dekkoo, the only streaming service dedicated to gay men. We've curated a captivating collection of queer cinema that you can stream right now on Dekkoo's YouTube Primetime channel. This week we're going to discuss The Set, The Letterman, and Enter the Drag Dragon. You can watch any of these right now on our YouTube Primetime channel. Let's get right into it with a clip from The Set.
I want you and everything you've got.
On the piano, you're well cast, darling, but as a Madame du Barry, you're out of your depth.
Perhaps I should have a bigger dress or more hair.
Or none at all.
Oh, God. You're a man.
We all are. Oh, honey, you aren't going to make that country yokel in a million years.
You want to bet?
I'll put $100 on it.
Make it 200. That's how determined I am.
You're that serious? Watch out, Red Riding Hood. The wolf is after your basket.
Though it's now something of an obscure queer curio, the Australian drama The Set shocked and thrilled audiences during its initial release in 1970 with its uncommonly frank depictions of male nudity and gay sex. Aiming for more than just titillation, the film challenged traditional notions of sexuality and gender while depicting a progressive Australia where same-sex relationships were considered equal. Reeling from his girlfriend's sexual past, aspiring artist Paul runs off to Sydney in the hopes of attending school, but soon finds himself drawn into the sensual and seductive world of the local art scene. Swimming through this utopia of flamboyant men, camp queens, and fierce sissies, Paul quickly begins exploring his own sexuality. Commissioned to work for a top stage director, he succumbs to the charms of the handsome Tony, who just happens to be going out with Paul's cousin, Kim. Although love finds a way through this thorny predicament, things take an unexpected turn for the young aspiring artist. Although a box office success in Australia at the time of its release, The Set was largely panned by critics, and had fallen into obscurity for nearly 50 years. It's now been digitally restored and is ready to shock and thrill a whole new generation of fans. Next up, The Letterman.
My, what a strange boy you are.
Why?
Tell me what the poets have to say about fate.
I don't know about the poets, but I'm quite sure there's no such thing.
So certain.
What an absolute bore that would be. To have no say over the conditions of one's own life.
With all these boys here, why else would I come to you today besides fate?
Isn't it obvious?
Nothing about you is obvious. Can I get you a drink?
Between the years 1938 and 1941, a British man named Gordon Bowsher wrote over 200 love letters to his sweetheart, Gilbert Bradley, while he was off in combat during World War II. Surviving records of queer relationships from that time period are rare. Presumably, most letters would have been destroyed out of fear of discovery. But luckily, Gordon's letters have survived. Gilbert kept them safe until his death in 2007, and they were eventually discovered by museum curators in 2015. Now, more than 80 years after they were first written, the letters represent the largest known collection of LGBTQ+ love notes from the era. Director Andy Valentine expertly showcases an epic gay love story that was almost lost to time. Using Gordon's own words, The Letterman transports us back to that era, showing us not only the battlefields and the air raid shelters, but the deepest recesses of the human heart. Featuring truly swoon-worthy lead performances, the film offers a unique window into the untold true story of two gay men who were desperately in love, torn apart by war, and unknowingly fated to live on in queer history. Lastly, enter the drag dragon.
Hello, Ottawa. It's Anne Ireland with WGON TV. The annual Summer Honey Festival in the small town of Honey Landing seems to be
What are you up to today?
Watching the news for clues.
Clues of what?
A big case.
A big case of what?
Well, I met this dude yesterday and he was heartbroken over his missing dog. But he said he'd pay whatever I asked if I got it back to him.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Are you sure that's what Sebastian said?
I mean, practically. How'd you know Sebastian?
We met yesterday. He was asking about you.
Really?
And reporter asking the neighbors if the serial killer was normal kind of way.
You're just jealous that I've got a big job.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, whatever, Jaws. Cash or no cash, finding that dog will be reward enough for me.
All right. Well, good luck with that. I'm gonna go to work. I'll see you later.
Bitch.
Get ready for a drag-fu odyssey filled with face-crunching action, corset-busting comedy, gut-munching horror, and soul-touching musical numbers. We guarantee you've never experienced anything quite like Enter the Drag Dragon, a brand new action, comedy, horror musical from the people who brought you Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. The film follows Crunch, a part-time amateur detective and a full-time drag queen. His lifelong best friend is Jaws, a roller skating entrepreneur and fast food delivery girl. The oddball pair, no stranger to fast times, adventure, and action, have been through a lot together. They spend their days working hard and their nights watching kung fu flicks in the abandoned movie theater they've lived in since childhood. Their popcorn-devouring bliss is cut short, however, when Crunch takes on the biggest case of his career, tracking down a stolen painting that might reveal the mythical treasure of the Aztec mummy. He discovers that he has much more to fear than the supposed undead army that guards the legendary loot. He soon finds himself over his head, dealing with the corrupt cops, zombies, dangerous mobsters, a lost puppy, ninjas, ghosts, androids, and of course, a budding romance. With mounting obstacles, Crunch realizes that he can't handle this one on his own and must team up with Jaws if he wants to survive, let alone solve the case. Ready-made for the Midnight Madness crowd, Enter the Drag Dragon offers up a truly twisted mix of trauma, John Waters, and Bruce Lee. Have you seen those films? Let us know in the comments what you thought, or follow us on Letterboxd, connect with other queer cinema lovers, and rate all your favorite gay movies. If you haven't seen them, watch them wherever you can find Dekkoo. Sign up for a free trial to get access to hundreds of gay films. Dekkoo adds at least 3 gay movies every week on top of its extensive catalog of queer classics, short films, and gay cinema from around the globe. Like and subscribe to our channel and join us next week for another new edition of Dekkoo Digest.